We all know what Christmas is supposed to be about.
But somehow this is what ends up happening.
Leaving you with...
Is there a way to get it back?
Someone with way too much time on their hands decided to calculate how much it would cost to purchase the 12 Days of Christmas. You know the song.
And apparently it costs $78,000 to buy your true love a full Christmas.
Oh my goodness. Well, we decided to reclaim the true value of the season and find a more meaningful
And affordable
Christmas.
Due to inflation, however, we had to cut out a few days. While most people don't spend as much as $78,000 at Christmas, they still drop a hefty amount of money. The average Canadian spends $1,000 during December, and 60% head into the mall without a budget, leaving most in debt for January. To get some tips, I visited financial planner Armando Vacca and found 5 ways to get Christmas spending under control. The first way, make sure you make a budget.
You know, when you party at Christmas time, then there's this January, third week of January, that bill comes. In fact, that's a really depressing time for a lot of people. Right. Why are they spending like that? I think for the most part is they probably don't have a spending plan. They haven't budgeted properly for gift giving.
Number 2, PTA. Pray, think, and then act.
The idea here is to, get a sense of how much you're going to give. Pray about the people you're going to give to. And it's all, the amount that you give is all within the context. I mean, are you particularly close to this person? Are you feeling particularly generous? Have you been blessed this year? Because I believe that we're wired to give, to invest, and to spend. But most people have that in reverse order. They spend, they very rarely invest, and almost never give.
Number 3, act your wage.
Well, typically you should act your wage. It's very important that you probably spend between 1 or 2%. That should be the limit there.
A fourth way, you can use cash instead of a credit card.
Credit card or the debit card is a money illusion, particularly the credit card. So if you have cash, I really encourage people to go back to cash, because if you got to peel off 2 crisp queens, crisp $20 bills, right, you'll feel that. But if you go and you swipe and it's 47 or 57 or 87, right, it's just a swipe and you don't feel it.
And finally, number 5, plan ahead for next year.
So the idea is start now, get your little piggy bank and put $20 in it every week, so you have $1,000 this time next year, and you won't have that same level of grief.
Usually around Christmas time, I can't even stand to look at my bills.
No, I feel the same way. Let's turn away.
But I have to be honest with you, this year my husband has helped me stay in budget.
Oh, what a party pooper. Okay, I'm just kidding. But you know what? I bet you he would love it if you did buy absolutely nothing.
Well, it's funny you should mention it, Cheryl, because buying nothing for Christmas has actually become its own movement.
I think the true meaning of Christmas is having fun and getting a lot of presents.
A Lululemon sweater.
An iPod. I want a puppy.
As you're making up your Christmas list this year, a group of Canadian Mennonites are asking you to consider shortening it. In response to what many feel is the over-commercialization of the season, they've launched Buy Nothing Christmas, where shoppers are urged to cut spending and replace store-bought presents with homemade ones. A Sunday school group in Waterloo, Ontario, thought it would be the perfect way to rediscover the meaning behind the season.
We all get so much for Christmas, and when you really think about it, you don't really need a lot of the stuff you get, if any of it.
The 14 to 16-year-olds decided to give up one gift they would normally receive from their parents and give it to a charity that will help those who might not receive a gift this season.
You know what? One of the hardest things about that last campaign was making your own gifts. I just don't have the patience.
But you changed your mind now, didn't you, Cheryl, after you saw how easy and cheap making your own gifts can be? Avoiding the mall during Christmas isn't a bad idea, but you still might have some gifts to deliver. So, what better than to give a gift made with your own 2 hands? But some people, like Cheryl,
Hey!
are weary about getting crafty, so we decided to get some help.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to the Natural Bead.
Nice to meet you. I'm Sherien.
I'm Sandy.
I'm Cheryl.
Hi,
Good
Sandy.
to meet you.
We're going to be making something today?
Yeah, we're going to do a necklace and earrings.
All right.
Yeah, so you want to come in the back?
Yeah.
First, we pick out our beads. I'm going to go for a festive look. Next, find a pattern we like.
Great. I'm going to look like a princess.
And finally, we work on putting it all together, with some help from Sandy, of course.
Okay, I can't do this.
Oh, don't listen to Cheryl. Making a gift like this is great for a few reasons. You can personalize it with different styles and colors, and it can be considerably cheaper.
Okay, so this whole necklace, what would it cost approximately?
I'd say about $14.
Not bad for a Swarovski crystal.
That's right, and to buy it in the store, it would cost
I'd
what?
say about 30.
So half the price.
Yeah.
Making a necklace doesn't take a long time.
I'm almost finished.
Oh, be quiet. It's not hard.
And best of all, you can have lots of fun with a friend.
So we're done. We've got a pair of earrings, each of us, and
Yes.
a necklace.
Beautiful.
So Cheryl, was it that hard?
It wasn't that hard, actually. You know what? It was kind of relaxing doing it with friends. I think I would like that, like just to sit and chat and kind of do it. And it's, yeah, I just thought it was very therapeutic, like you said.
There are other crafty ideas for making your own Christmas gifts. You can make a scrapbook or an IOU booklet. Or if you're technologically advanced, you can even make your own calendar.
We all know that not everyone is artistically inclined, mentioning absolutely no names here, but everyone can fill up a box.
Especially if it's a shoebox.
You can bring a little bit of Christmas to children in need around the world. Operation Christmas Child has been delivering millions of shoeboxes since 1993. The program is an initiative of Samaritan's Purse, an organization working to alleviate suffering for countries in crisis. Here's how it works. You take a shoebox and fill it with toys, school supplies, or hygiene products. Then bring it to a drop-off location where the shoeboxes are shipped to giant processing centers run by hundreds of volunteers. From there, they're delivered to countries where for many children, a gift is a dream.
We try to make it a real party atmosphere, and in a lot of situations we don't tell the kids that they're going to get a gift there. So they line them all up according to boy and girl and age and make sure that everybody there gets one. And before they open them, everybody has to have one. And so once everyone's got one, we kind of do one of these 1, 2, 3, and then we rip into them, and it is absolute mayhem. The kids just go mad for these boxes.
Well, we're down to our final way that you can make your Christmas more meaningful.
This one's really close to your heart, isn't it, Sherien?
It is. You know, years ago when my parents immigrated to Canada, others opened their doors to them for Christmas.
And it meant so much to them, they've actually carried on the tradition.
There are thousands of newcomers to Canada that would be so happy to be welcomed into a home this Christmas.
Anybody hungry? Food's here.
Every night, dinner arrives at this Hamilton home.
Are there more people upstairs?
Yes.
You want to yell for them?
And while the meal is familiar to most Canadians, newcomers to Canada sit around this table. Most are refugees, living together here in this home called Micah House. Volunteers like Judy and Steve bring dinner to the table each night and spend some time getting to know the new faces.
It'd be good if they could land in a place where, you know, they feel welcome, they feel like they're part of the community. So
there is something special about sitting down together and eating together and having conversation.
And for people new to this country, a meal with friendly faces is deeply appreciated.
Family, come here, bring dinner every day.
Ali is a refugee from Iraq. The kindness of the volunteers and staff at Micah House has amazed him.
More family, come here, bring, and talk with me, with my friend. What you need, what can I help you?
One of my favorite teachings of Jesus is in Luke 14, where he says, if you're going to host a banquet, don't just invite your friends and your family, but invite those who are on the margins in some way and include them around the table.
Paul Miller is director of Micah House and says hospitality to newcomers around Christmas time is especially important.
Christmas is about Emmanuel, about God with us, and we are called as Christians to be Christ to the world. So we are to be Christ to others, Christ with others.
You know what, Sherien? I've really enjoyed just stopping and taking time out to think about the real essence of Christmas.
Yeah, I have too. And you know what? You don't have to stick to our list. You can come up with your own creative ways to check out of the hype of Christmas.
And you can check on me in January to keep me accountable and see how I did.
I will. Will you do the same for me?
It's a deal.
All right, well, until then, Cheryl and I are wishing you and yours
a Merry Christmas.